Hey guys, what's happening? This is Will. I'm on my next review. On this review, I'm more so going with the Spider-Man, the black and black suit. The black and white suit was probably one of my more favorite out of the Spider-Man. If you followed the Spider-Man anthologies, it's probably one of the best suits that I thought Marvel could probably ever make, and sagas of a specific comic character. It's one of my favorite. Also, this statue right here, the one in the middle, is actually an interpretation of the Amazing Spider-Man book 252. But Spider-Man, after he came from the Secret Wars fight, when he first debuted the suit, on Earth. Actually, the movie actually followed a different storyline in the animated cartoon. But actually, Spider-Man had gotten this costume from the Secret Wars, which was a very popular book of Marvel around the 80s. It was actually this more galactic being called the Beyonder. He grabbed all the superheroes and all the supervillains, well, the more mainstream popular ones, to do a climatic battle on this planet, supposedly to sort of end the superhero good versus evil type thing, but of course, Spider-Man, as fighting, had tore up his costume. So it was a machine that was on the planet, and each group, the good and evil, had their own sort of base of camp. And the machine created Spider-Man a new costume, which actually was this. So that's actually really the real story, as far as in the comic version, of how the Spider-Man got the Symbiot costume. So as he got on Earth, after he found out the costume sort of was taking him over, so actually Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, was the one actually that got the costume off of Peter Parker. So Peter developed a fondness, and he sort of loved the accolades that he got from the black costume, so he just designed a new costume off material that he sewn together. So he debuted back in Amazing Spider-Man, and the title of the book was Back in Black. So that's when he sort of made the costume of the black costume, without the symbiote. Because by that time, Brock had possessed the costume then. Well, the living organism, the symbiote. But anyway, this is a few of the costumes costume of the statues that I have. I have a few more, but I didn't want to overcrowd the table. Then I also have the movie interpretations of the suit, which is actually not, it's not the same as the comic version of it. Not exactly the same as the comic version of it. So I'll probably do one of those with another review. And some of the other ones, probably mix it all up. This right here, the Bowen Design statue, was actually a two-piece set made by Bowen Designs. It was actually, one was the red and blue, and the other one was this one right here. More so the costume statue, actually. This is not actually the interpretation of the black symbiote one. This is actually more so when Spider-Man had made the costume himself, so it's more that version. Whereas the Bowen Designs over here, that's more the symbiote one. But actually, it's kind of really hard. You can't really tell the difference in the two, other than, I guess whenever you read it. But anyway, let's go on to the review and give you guys a closer look at it. Let me know what you think. Actually, like I mentioned before, by far this is probably one of my more favorite of the Spider-Man costumes. Actually, I love the base also. I love the silver and black, especially with the Spider-Man eye logo. As you can see on the statue, it has more like a kind of funny type black textured look. Okay. Move on down to the Diamond Select version of the suit. This is actually a four, separate piece set made by Diamond Select. I do love the base. It has more that more Symbiot type goo on the Spider logo. The other three versions was actually the versions of the red and blue suit. One was a Tower Records exclusive that was the unmasked version. It showed Peter's face, which is pretty cool. Here's the back of it. Okay, we swing over here and take a look at the Bowen Designs one. This is actually a nice one too. I love the more the Symbiot goo right here. This is pretty cool. I'll turn around the back so you guys can take a look at it. Nicely, as you can see, I'm not sure, it has more that kind of texture type wetsuit like shininess look. It's almost more of a metallic type look. Okay guys, and here it is. My Spider-Man black suit collection. I also have the versions of the movie that I'll be showing probably like in in future reviews. I also have a few more scattered pieces of the I'm not sure if it would be either the Symbiot or the suit. It's really hard to kind of tell them alike because there's never really no real major standout differences in the suit. But I just call them all basically the black costume. Another bit of something I want to share with you guys. I know Sad Show, I had a few friends. It was really basically from an answer that a question that a few friends have given me. And I gave them an answer. They thought the Sad Show Spider-Man Back in Black was a better one. But I told them through a comic person's version. We want the statue to look just like it appears in the comic. The Sad Show version basically was over buff. It was a cross between Arnold Schwarzenegger and the Spider-Man suit. And that's not the way that we want our statues to be. We want our statues to look like how the character looks in the comic, not an artist's interpretation of what he thinks it should look. So I do have that issue with certain companies, and not just Sad Show. There's other ones too that they have done things like that. But mostly speaking on a comic fan's perspective, we buy statues that look like it appears in comic, not how company's interpretation of it. Actually, they put out what was that? The Punisher recently, and it was a perfect statue, great. but it just had too many muscles on it. The Punisher is not that kind of character that's built like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's a nicely built guy, but not more like he injected himself with a massive dose of steroids. You know, that's the only drawback from that statue that killed it to me. You know, so I'm debating about still getting it, but I really like my comic characters, guys, that look like comic characters, not to look like something someone else, think they should look. Alright, well, that's my rant on that. But anyway, hey, hope you enjoyed the review, guys. Hey, I'll be talking with you. Peace.